Well, one person who is certainly hoping that CM Punk does not return at AEW Collision is Eric Bischoff, who got into a very heated debate with Conrad Thompson this week on 83 Weeks. A loud back and forth screaming argument with Conrad Thompson over the announcement of AEW Collision, the press release, the lack of CM Punk in the press release, and it led to Eric Bischoff making a certain bet that CM Punk would not be making his return to AEW at Collision. And looks like he's going to lose that bet. But let's take a look at this clip and see how it went down. This is going to be a little bit longer, but it's worth it. It's worth the full clip because they get into it. It is heated. Check out this clip, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
Respectfully, Eric, you're talking like a fan today.
Really?
These guys got a new television deal, which we all assume is for a new guaranteed television rights deal. That's something that almost every wrestling promoter in the world would cut their pinky off for. And you had an opportunity here today to say, hey, man, congratulations, but now the real work starts. It was a real challenge for me trying to do Nitro and Thunder, and you've already got Rampage. It's going to be a lot to juggle. He might need some more support staff, but hey, he secured the bag. Instead, you said, well, but the creative. Dude, we're talking about business, and you're talking about creative. That's
Are you going to tell me they're not related?
Yes,
the business is the creative. If you don't have a great story and great characters in your own television, you're going to go out of business.
Am I allowed to talk on this fucking show at all? I said, welcome to 83 Weeks, and you vomited for 30 minutes. Can I have 2 minutes?
You asked me a question.
And then you just keep on and on and on, like one of those goddamn toys where you can pull the string in the back, but yours is in the front, and you just keep pulling.
I'm here to enlighten, not to give fucking pep talks and accolades and be a prop and a promotional opportunity.
It's not about being a promotional opportunity.
I'm here to give an observation based on experience.
What could they have done this week that you would have praised? Is there any way, anything they could have done this week where you said, damn, they had a home run with that? What night would have been a better night, Eric? What terms would have been better? Who should have been on the fucking poster? You're on here talking about, well, CM Punk clown show. Based on what? A report you read on a pay-per-click website? You don't know what really happened. You're the guy who rails anytime I quote the Observer. Now you're buying into that and saying, well, with what happened this week.
I honestly, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
This is a guy who tore his bicep and has been off injured, and they found a way to keep his name in the headlines. And if he shows up on one of these other shows and you got fucking worked, you're going to look like a goof out here talking about creative. The show
we'll see. And you know what? I'll be happy.
The show has never aired. I just don't understand how we jump to all these conclusions about this guy's not on that show. He's not on this show that was created for him. No one from Turner has ever said, boy, we gave Tony all this cash because we thought we were getting CM Punk and now we can't get him to the table. That's never
that's not what I'm saying. You're putting my words in my mouth.
You're jumping to that conclusion though.
What I'm saying is that the premiere, the announcement of this show was to include CM Punk, and now it doesn't. And TBS or Turner had to come out and actually send out a press release saying CM Punk is not affiliated with the new show.
The show is a month away. Why would you make the announcement in a press release instead of having him show up this weekend at the pay-per-view?
Here's what I do know. I do know that TBS had to put out a press release saying CM Punk is not affiliated with Collision. Why would they do that?
It's creative because he might be on the TNT show. He might.
All right, and you know what? If that is the case, I will on the next episode or whenever that June 17th, I think is the premiere date. If that happens, and if this is all some complex, very creative, layered, strategic, creative effort, I think it's just
let's make a bet. If if CM Punk is on the pay-per-view this weekend or he's on the June 17th Collision, will you shave your head on this program with a Henson razor?
I'll take you up.
Oh,
as long as if I'm right, you do the same.
I was trying to transition to a spot. Do you want to
No,
say?
no. I take stuff personally like this. I'm committed to my beliefs and the things that I say. I stand behind them.
All right, fuck it. I'll shave.
All right, now here's the deal. Either one of us shaving our heads on camera live is not great video, right? It takes too much time. But what I will do is if I lose this bet, I will shave my head with a Henson razor. Mrs. B will take video of it and we'll post that or clips of it. And you will do the same. And yeah, let's do it. And I'll show up on this show with a shaved head if you're right and I'm wrong.
You're gonna look like Lex Luthor in this motherfucker, and I'm ready.
I just wear a fucking hat, man. It's not that big a deal. My hair grows fast. It's just hair.
Mr. Eric Bischoff, who still has the most iconic hair ever. Well, that's like for maybe a couple more weeks, right, Eric?
Man, I had to break the news to my wife this morning. We're sitting in a sauna together and just chatting, and I said, by the way, hon, looks like I might be getting my head shaved down in Huntsville. And she looked at me like, what in the hell are you talking about? And I said, look, I made a bet. Looks like I may lose it. It is what it is, but I'm a man of my word. And if I lose that bet, because a lot of things can happen between now and then, yeah, I'll be getting my head shaved.
Yeah, I think with the announcement of Collision debuting from the United Center in Chicago, that pretty much seals the fate for Eric Bischoff's Silver Fox hair. Of course, anything can happen between now and then. Maybe CM Punk holds up Tony Khan for fucking Larry the Dog. Get a contract for Larry the Dog. Or maybe, he hurts his foot fucking walking to the building or something and needs to take 6 more months off of TV. Anything could happen. So Eric Bischoff could still technically win this, and we would see Conrad shaving his head. But it looks like we're going to see Eric shave his head, which wouldn't be the first time. We have seen Eric Bischoff shave his head before. That's how we found out that he was silver to begin with, because I think he was dyeing his hair black at the time. And then when he got shaved, it was just all silver underneath and grew back silver and white or whatever. Look, I props to Eric Bischoff for taking the bet. Eric Bischoff, absolutely a guy that will put his money where his mouth is and not a guy to back down from a challenge or a bet. So respect where respect is due, but he's going to lose that one. CM Punk is undoubtedly returning at the United Center unless, barring something major happens. I think it's a foregone conclusion at this point that we're going to see him there. It's fun watching him argue with Conrad. Conrad will take it to him, man, and he did. He was screaming at Eric Bischoff. Am I allowed to talk on this fucking show or what? God, I said introduce you, and you just fucking go for a half hour. Man. The show hasn't aired yet. Oh my God. I picked out some of the highlights of this, but I highly recommend just going and watching at least the first 30, 40 minutes of that episode. It is linked down in the description below. Before they get into the subject, they cover the 4 Horsemen. But before that, it's all about AEW's new show Collision, the announcement, the marketing, Punk's return, and Bischoff and Conrad just going at each other. And it makes for great entertainment. That is great podcasting right there. That's a good show. That's what makes it entertaining. Bischoff never afraid of confrontation, never willing to back down from a conflict, loves a good fight, whether it be fist fight or verbal, as he always says. Conrad Thompson, not afraid to take it to Eric Bischoff either. So this will be a fun one. It'll be fun watching Eric Bischoff shave his head. We will absolutely cover that here on the show. We'll play that clip. It'll look something like this here. That side? That side. It's over there, the meme that I created there with Bischoff, Baldy Bischoff there. Oh, it'll be fun to see. And Punk on his way back to AEW. What are your thoughts on this whole thing? What are your thoughts on CM Punk returning to AEW, the debut of Collision, the marketing for Collision? Do you agree with Eric Bischoff? Do you agree with Conrad Thompson? Is this a good move for the business? And are you excited to see Eric Bischoff have his head shaved bald on his podcast? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next.
Let me tell you something, brother. You can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on this channel, dude. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to take your vitamins and say your prayers, brother.